Then plug in the receiver. Okay, good morning. I think we're on. This is Maggie at Memory Bound in Ankeny, Iowa, and we are here today with Peggy. Peggy's here to show us the most wonderful Barry Fields mini album that she made using a lot of the simple stories, vintage Barry Fields. A lot of the elements she used, the paper, the chipboard frames, I think the ephemera, and a lot of other additions. So I'm hoping that you can hear me. It says no sound. I wonder if this needs to be turned up. Okay, turn it off and turn it back on. Okay. Thumbs up if you can hear us. Sounds good. Okay, so let's just go back. Peggy is here today.
Good morning.
Good morning, to share with us her Simple Stories Vintage Barry Fields mini album. That's a mouthful, but you will be amazed. She used a lot of the paper and the chipboard frames and the ephemera, and she's just going to show you how easy that is to put together. But first, before we start, we're going to go over and we're going to show you lots of new Reminisce stuff that just came in. And I'm going to pass the video to Peggy.
Okay.
Good morning. I guess you get me today. So
That's a good thing.
I'm going to show you all the cool new Reminisce, and I opened some of it ahead of time so we could share with you. This is probably my favorite. In June,
it's so pretty.
When it gets to be about May and June, I love to do something that is patriotic. And so this one is called the Stars and Stripes kit, and I opened it so I could show you the different components. Look at the stickers.
Those are so cool.
Very vintage looking. And then
I just love the aged look to it.
I know. I'm going to show you some of the papers and the fronts and backs. So this is Stars and Stripes. I love that stripe back there. You get two of each. This is Lady Liberty. And the back of that is a color block. Wow. I like
can
that.
see that as a background on the page. That's
Yes.
pretty.
And this one is called Old Glory. And the back of that is this. That would be cool.
Neat.
I could see a title page there and a photo up there in the corner. This is my favorite, though.
Yes.
I'm thinking.
I love that torn look.
Yes, I'm thinking this would be a fun coaster paper. I'll have to think about that. Look at that.
Look at that. It's backside.
So that is called Stars and Stripes Kit, and those are, let's see what the price is. They're $12.99.
And two of each sheet.
Two of each sheet, and
the
then
sticker
your
sheet.
coordinating sticker sheet, yes. And we do have some individual papers for those too. So for some of them, we have that one, this one, the Old Glory, and I guess we have, well, maybe we have all four of them.
All four of them?
Yeah. So we have those in individual sheets. This one is called In the Driver's Seat. This is these are the stickers. So if you have maybe a young 16-year-old just getting their license, this would be a really fun page. I can't drive, 55. That's my husband.
Yeah, that's a lot of 16-year-olds.
Okay, and then you get the individual sheets too. You get the driver's license page. Oh, the pedal to the metal. The open road.
That would be a fun vacation.
And the steering wheel. So if you're looking for some papers to do something about maybe even a road trip too.
Absolutely.
This one is called Denim, Leather, and Lace.
And this is one a lot of our staff have commented on as they came by and saw it that they really liked it.
Yeah, so in the kit you get, again, you get 4 designs, 2 of each. And then you get the sticker sheet.
So denim,
there's your
lighter
denim. The leather is really
that's pretty.
cool.
And then you get a close up there.
Yeah,
That's
I
really
love
pretty.
that. And then there's a dark leather. This is textured leather.
Ooh, pretty.
Looks like the old-fashioned purses from days gone by. There's
Ooh, look at that
lace. And then your sticker. And look, it's got pockets and it's got rivets.
And some lace in there
Yeah.
too. That's really nice.
So that one's called Denim, Leather, and Lace. Got to make sure I'm not messing those up. Okay.
And we do have that in 6x6 as well. So.
Oh, yes, yes. Perfect. Oh. And then, what did you say that we were supposed to say about this, Reminisce, Diane? I thought you said something. Okay, it'll come to me. These are the 6x6, so your patterns are going to be a little smaller. These would be great for masculine cards. Oh, except maybe the lace, but very nice.
I really like that. I like that leather.
Okay, thank you. And one of my favorites is the new Winnie the Pooh line.
Yes, it's adorable.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to show you.
For those of you of our age, you'll remember this vintagey Winnie the
Yes.
Pooh look.
I should have opened this up to show you the backs. Okay, so these are cut-aparts. Oh, I opened that, yes.
Already opened.
Okay, so there's the Winnie the Pooh collection pack. Again, you get 12 papers, 2 sheets per design. And look at the papers. These are actual drawings from, I'm sure, some of his books. Wow.
I love it.
Oh my goodness. And look at the
Look
back.
at Winnie. Look at Pooh.
Oh, you could just cut those out and frame them.
Wouldn't that be cute in a nursery?
Oh, I love it. And this, look at the cards you
And the
could
quotes.
make. What's wrong with knowing what you know now and not knowing what you don't know until later? I like that.
Winnie the Pooh always had such sage advice.
Yes. And there's, oh, and look at that. You could
That's
just,
classic Winnie
you could
the Pooh.
type a quote on that one, couldn't you? Oh. Oh, and it's two-sided, so you could put
Oh, yeah.
it. You could put the 2 pages together.
Together.
Let's
to
see
make
if
a
we
double
can
page
do that.
spread.
About friends helping friends. This one is called Stuck, but look at
Oh,
that.
how cute. Oh, that would make a great 2-page
Winnie the
spread.
Pooh was always getting
Yes, I love
stuck,
that.
wasn't he? Okay, I'm
Laura,
sure
we
I'm
love
messing
classic
this up.
Pooh as well.
Yes. And you know what? Our little tiny grandkids, they haven't heard too much about Pooh, so we need to make sure we're reading those books. And I'm thinking I might have really messed this up, so I'm gonna lay it right like that. But yeah, there's like 2 or 3 pages of
Quotes.
quotes. Yeah. So you can get like, look at that, 3 pages full. Look at the cards that you could make with that. Oh, love that. Okay,
moving on.
Sentimental All. This is another page kit.
This looks like a lot of good card making.
Yeah,
nice
you get
cards.
12. I didn't open this one, so let's open this one. Looks like, I like this kind of stuff because you can make up a quick card. Okay, let's take a look. Mom, I know how we don't have to say out loud that I'm your favorite. Oh. Stop growing up, it's a trap. Happy birthday. 1 minute you're young and fun, and the next you are turning down the car radio so you can see better. Happy birthday.
These are kind of like those snarky birthday quote stamps.
These are great, and then you get the matching backgrounds. Look at that.
These make some. Oh, and then
Congrats on your new job. I hope this one doesn't suck. Oh, you've got here enough to make.
Coffee.
I would fight a bear for you, not a grizzly bear or a brown bear or a panda, maybe a Care Bear. I'd fight one of those. Oh, for you. These are a little snarky. You're right.
Nice backs.
If you like snarky and you want to make a bunch of fun cards, this is for you. It's called Sentimental All Kit.
Yep.
And again, they are $12.99 for the kits. Yes. Okay. Today we have, before I go on, today's special are the 49 in Market Essential Texture Blends. And they come in lots of different colors. Maybe we should go over and show the colors.
Go to the wall.
They are over here by the door. They're $1 off today. And so we have salsa, which is perfect for Cinco de Mayo,
Yes,
de Mayo
to
today.
go with your margaritas today.
Plum, citrus, sunbeam, fern, sage, lagoon, eggplant, hickory, and I'm thinking this one too. Oh, fern I already have, yes. They're all $1 off. They're regular $5.99 if you want to show that. And that's our special for today. And tomorrow...
and these just go on so smooth. And they're just great additions to cards or layouts. Anywhere you want to put them. Art journaling, anything like that.
I was trying to see if I could find a sample of something that we had done with them, but man, they are super, super easy to use.
That's one thing about 49 in Market rub-ons. They just go on so smooth.
Look at that.
They look like they're part of the paper. They're that smooth.
Yes. They are
just
wonderful.
Very, very pretty.
And you know what? I think, is this what they are now putting on tennis shoes and things?
Oh,
a lady came in yesterday and she showed how she had put these on white tennis shoes.
Yes.
But I think you have to put some kind of sealer over it, like there's a sealer that you put over it, but they were really cute.
A fabric sealer or something like that, she said.
Okay.
But yeah, lots of colors. And the film strips are in that same color too, so you can use those to go along with the rub-ons.
Yes, the film strips are not on sale, but just the rub-ons are $1 off. Okay.
Go back. More of the new stuff.
Okay, more reminisce. We have one about Washington, D.C., and those are the sticker pages. So if you're planning a trip, there's
if you've ever been there in the spring to see the cherry blossoms, it's beautiful.
And this is the kit, but here's well, let's open this one.
Open one up and see what all's in there.
Okay, Washington, D.C. Look there's the Capitol. Oh, isn't that beautiful?
With all the cherries.
So if you've been there in the spring, you would probably recognize that.
So pretty, so
There's
pretty.
the White House. With cherry blossoms. And there's some cut aparts, so you could make some really fun little added things.
With all the monuments and things like that.
Yeah.
Capitol.
And I'm terrible, but I don't know exactly all the buildings. And there's your stickers again.
Sticker sheet again.
Yes. So if you're planning a trip to Washington, D.C., and we have just a couple more lines. This one is called Cheers. And let's see, I can show you those.
Yep.
There's the stickers. This would be perfect for like
celebrating graduation,
New Year's Eve. And all of these
weddings.
papers, actually,
getting into
yes.
the wedding season. I think they would go with that.
There's that. That's kind of a all-purpose one. You could use that for a lot of things, but these are the cut aparts are what I like.
Yeah.
It says always keep a bottle of champagne in the fridge for special occasions. Sometimes the special occasion is that you've got a bottle of champagne in the fridge.
Yep.
I love the colors, and look at this.
Yes, I like that pink color in it.
Isn't that pretty?
With all the bubbles.
And there's another. That's just, oh man, I don't know how they do that photography.
I know it.
Okay. And this one is called Grown with Love. This one is about planting and gardening. And I'll open up this kit.
And this one also comes in a 6x6.
Oh, dirt. You always have to have dirt.
For those of you that like to garden.
And what, is that like a terracotta pot or something?
Oh, I bet it is, yeah.
Could be. You could cut your... And there's your ferns.
I think that'd be a pretty... These are pretty backgrounds, too.
So if you've got a friend that's a plant lover, wouldn't this be fun?
Ooh, that one's nice. I like that green.
And there's your stickers.
The sticker sheet, yep.
Love
That's
it.
a pretty collection. I like that.
Yes, and it does come, as Peggy said, in the 6x6.
6x6.
This was very interesting to me. This is called Color Splash.
Very tie-dye-ish.
At first I thought it was tie-dye-ish, but it's really not. It reminds me of that color run that people went on for a while where they threw different colored powders at you as you ran by. Look at that. Those colors are just gorgeous. Look at that. Oh my. That is beautiful. But I really like the stickers.
Yes.
Those are...
They're clear stickers, too.
Yeah. There are so many beautiful reasons to be happy. You are my sunshine. And they're clear, so you could put them on anything. There are your 6x6 pads. This one is called Color Splash. This one is called Got Art.
Yeah, that one's a little bit different. And I think I like that. Turn that one over. That's kind of cool on the back.
Very geometric.
It's very, yeah.
Let's take a look at a few of those. Oh yes, a little bit more geometric and shape.
Kind of fun colors and kind of abstract-y.
How fun
I like that
is that one? And then the last one has got ink, so it's more inky drops of ink and things.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some
6x6.
fun,
and the 6x6 pads, you get 24 sheets for $7.99.
Yeah, those are fun ones.
Okay, I think we took everybody through there. I think we're ready for you.
Okay, I'll trade.
Yay, we're ready for Peggy. You will be amazed at this.
We're going to show the storage before we do Peggy.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the storage. Oh, thank you,
yes,
Chris.
Chris is next.
Chris reminded me. She told me she was going to share something, and then I forgot. I'm going to come over this way.
And I'll talk loud because I don't have a mic.
Okay.
So, because of the rub-ons, I thought, I have so many rub-ons I don't use because they're in a drawer. So I decided to organize them, which I went ahead and used.
And you just used more rub-ons for the front.
Yeah, to show the front. And you need the mic. Well, I've been talking loud. Oh.
Okay, we're getting the mic.
Sorry.
We thought she could talk loud enough.
Yeah, apparently not. My husband says I can.
Sorry about that. We thought maybe she was loud enough.
Yeah, apparently not.
She usually is.
Yeah, usually they can hear me. All right, so because of the rub-ons, I decided to get out all my rub-ons, and I didn't use them because they were in a drawer. So I decided instead to put them in a snap album, which we have, and then you can put rub-on, you know, mark what you have. And they come with these tabs. There's 3 chipboard tabs in each one.
Chris, if you could see my craft room, and then I look at this and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
You know, some days mine is like that, but today I decided, you know.
Oh, can you open that up and
yes.
show?
You know, so that way, and I leave the back so you can see what is in this package. You know, you might not know otherwise, but then I have what's there. You don't have to trim anything down. It fit perfectly in there. We use the refills, or I use the refills
so
of these.
6x8 pocket pages from Snap.
Which fit in these
how
albums.
much are those refill pages?
$5.49.
Okay, and can I show them one of those?
Yes.
This is the 6x8 Snap binder. You can get it in a lot of colors, right?
Oh, yes.
And
definitely.
this is the one that comes with the 3 craft dividers.
Correct.
Okay.
And then I just have a...
and it's $21.99. I'm sorry.
What is that thing?
A tab.
Well, no. Gosh.
Label maker.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
And I have not organized them completely yet, but it will be fun to put all my butterfly things together. And I figured this way I'm going to actually get out and use. If I see them, I'll use them. If they're sitting in a drawer, I don't.
Chris, that is an amazing idea. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. And I want people to know, yesterday a lady was in, and she had photos of tennis shoes that she had put rub-ons on.
Yes.
Weren't those amazing?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, and she told us that she put a sealer on after she did it.
Yes.
And I can't remember what she told me it was, but it was a
fabric sealer of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So she showed that to me, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So anyway, just an idea of how to store your rub-ons so that when you buy them, you actually use them.
Thank you so much.
You're
and again,
welcome.
that is the Snap binders, and as you can see, they come in different colors.
And we have a lot more than this.
And $21.99, and it does come with some 3 chipboard dividers, but it also comes with some other fun papers that coordinate with it.
Oh, yeah. A lot of fun.
Yes.
And then you can decorate the outside.
With the rub-ons. Yes.
And they went on really nice because it's almost a craft kind of paper. So anyway,
so cool.
Thank
you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Okay, Peggy, we have one more thing we have to do before we start with you.
Oh, we have to do a drawing,
we have
don't
to
we?
do the drawings. Yes. Okay,
Yes,
so
so
tell us what our drawings are for today.
Okay, well, the drawing is for 2 $10 gift certificates and a $20 gift certificate. And if you made a purchase online or in store yesterday, your name got put into our basket.
And Peggy's going to
and we're going to draw
them all up. And which are we going to do?
We're going to do a $10 one first.
Okay.
Okay, so
our first winner
is going to be Darlene Turpening. Darlene Turpening.
If we're pronouncing that right. Tarpening.
You are a $10 gift card winner today.
Yay! Congratulations, Darlene.
Okay, and the second one there's 2 of them there. Oh, that's a blank one. That one won't work.
Nobody won.
They're stuck together. Laura Reinhardt.
Oh, Laura, you are
a $10 gift card winner today as well.
Yes, congratulations, Laura.
And now for the $20 one.
And now for the $20 one. Drum roll.
For today. And that goes to Gail Birch.
Gail Birch.
You
are the winner of the $20
gift card today.
Okay, so if you make a purchase today, a new basket will get started, and all of your names will get drawn or put in there.
Yes.
Thank you for...
So congratulations to our winners today.
Yes. And now, finally, what we've been waiting for is Peggy with her mini album.
Yes, our very simple vintage Berry Fields mini album.
That's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful. That's a lot of words in that title. when we first learned that Simple Stories was going to come out with this Berry Fields line, I mean, it was just so pretty and so the yellows and the reds and the greens together, such a beautiful springtime line, and with the strawberries and things. I mean, you had to love it. I just fell in love with it immediately. And I decided that I wanted to do a little mini album, because I don't typically do that. You know, I usually do layouts, but I wanted to kind of change it up a little bit and do a little mini album. And I wanted to use the chipboard frames as the base. So I wanted to use this as the base for the book.
And Peggy, so many people, when they look at those frames, they go, what can I do with them?
Exactly, and that's what I thought too.
Question.
So, you know, they don't just belong on a layout. They belong anywhere you want to put them. And so I thought, well, I'm gonna try that out. So that's what I did. And so I just took the chipboard frames and made my little mini album. And I'll just go through page by page here real quick, and then we'll start at the beginning and put it all together. But the front cover and the back cover are both the chipboard frames, so that forms the base. And then the different papers from the 6x8 pad are the pages in the album.
Okay, so the pages in the album are from the 6x8
6x8 pad.
And that is the 6x8 pad, and you get 24 back-to-back papers
12 different ones
for
two of
$7.99. And what's nice is that 6x8 is just a perfect size, isn't it?
It's excellent, yes.
And the designs are made smaller, so they're...
Yep. And you know, the frames are a little more than 4x6. Some of them are. They're different sizes. So I use, you know, the larger one on the front, one of the smaller ones in the middle, and then, you know, throughout here, the different chipboard pieces, and then the chipboard frame for the back as well.
And tell us about those photos. They are photos of your mom,
They are
right?
photos of my mom growing up, which I'm fortunate enough to have. I don't have a lot, but I was able to find those, and I thought, you know, this vintage line, I think, is a really nice complement to using black and white photos. And so when I first started putting it together, that was what was in my head. I think it would just be really neat to use black and white photos with this paper. And my photos of my mom just kept coming into my head as I was putting it together. And so
that's sweet.
So I just thought I thought it would be just a perfect combination.
Okay,
so,
Peggy, before you start, someone wanted to know what the name of the Winnie the Pooh
collection
kit.
is.
It's called Winnie the Pooh kit.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I like that Winnie the Pooh kit too. So to get started, my first page, actually I'm going to take this apart a little bit. I used a book ring to put this together. So it's easy to kind of take apart, and I'll just take it apart page by page as we go and show how it's all put together.
And do we have any of those book rings?
I don't have any out here, but we do have them. We do have them.
We do have them in little packages.
And it would be like an inch to an inch and a quarter book ring, whatever you have here. And then I tied ribbon on it.
And we even have some book rings that are different, like brass and
different colored,
bronze and things too. So depending on what you like.
Yep. So to get started on this, I went through the 6x6 pad, and I decided I really liked this paper. Actually, I'm going to open one of these up. That has the strawberry. It's called Farmer's Market. Is the name of the paper, of that sheet of paper, and it's actually the same as what I have on the back. So it has. No, it isn't. It's different. Wrong one. But I chose that paper because I like the strawberries on it, and I like the grid, and I thought that would be a great way to add the title without covering a lot of the big design on it.
We're trying to get that 6x8
doesn't want to open.
No,
I have some back here, I think.
Do you have the big size here?
I don't have the big size here. I've got my leftover here.
So you still have leftovers then. These are the leftovers after making that.
I used just a little over half it. So this is the one that I used for the front. cover.
That's so cool.
And what I did was I laid it down, and then I laid the frame, the one with the milk on it, I laid that down and kind of decided where I wanted this to be. And it's kind of toward the bottom to the side. But I wanted this open enough that I could add my title to it. And so when I figured out exactly where I wanted it, then I took a pencil and kind of went around the outside of it and then trimmed it down a little bit.
And that became your cover.
And that became my cover. I used the white Nouveau glue, the liquid glue, on the back and glued it down after I had trimmed it off. And then I just used a file and filed it down to make it nice and smooth and even all the way around. And
okay, so you sanded it a little bit.
Yeah, sanded it off a little bit this way.
Give me a sanding tool and I'm happy. Very good. And we have those from Foundations Decor.
Yep.
And they are $2.19.
And you can wash those too.
Yes.
So that's a really nice thing. If they get kind of messy and stuff,
you can wash them, but do you wash them?
No.
Mine has orange paint all over it.
But you can. So that was where I started with that. And then I took the page pieces, and I think we're sold out of the page pieces right now from yesterday's sale. But I took the word sweet out of the page pieces and put a little bit of foam adhesive behind it here. And then I just used, my tape runner and glued it down so it came across the page that way.
I have a feeling she might be getting more of those in.
I think so.
If you want those page pieces, we can
put you in the book for that. So that was the page piece there. And then underneath the page piece, I just put the banner from the ephemera pack in there. And then I didn't really want the word milk on here because I wasn't really talking a lot about farming in here. So I just took this ephemera piece and covered it up.
Oh my gosh,
I used a little bit of dimensional adhesive and covered it up. And I did let it come off the edge because I'm okay with that coming off the edge. I didn't feel like it needed to be even.
This is what can you take that off? This is what the original, and if you like that, you could have left that on there.
Yep.
She took a piece of ephemera
and put that on there.
Changed it.
Now, the strawberry that 33 cents was still showing, so I just took the little green ticket tag from there and put that over it. You can, die cut a little strawberry, which I did, in different places in the book using the IO strawberry die, which we have in stock now.
The cutest little die.
Love it.
Get like 6 strawberries, and they're little. I'm going to show you. There's my thumb.
A little bit,
So they're very little, but you get 6 different strawberries at one time.
And then I just took a strawberry bundle here at the top. And then I used, and you'll see this a lot throughout the book, these word strips on the bottom of the sticker page.
They're my favorite part of the sticker page.
I love them. I always look at that too whenever I look at a collection. And I just used the So Good sticker and put that across.
Okay, so this is she's kind of showing what she did.
So there's the cover.
This is her actual one.
This is the original one, and this is kind of how it went together. So
for those of you who are wondering what to do with those frames, you can build a book with them.
So easy. And really, I was a little intimidated by it to start with, thinking, oh, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? Once I got going on it, it's like, this is so easy. This is just, and it's fun, to kind of, I liked trying to figure out where to put the frame on the paper to get the look that I wanted. And so that was kind of neat, framing the paper with that.
And you know what, Peggy, what I have found with these lines is pick up a bag of ephemera, pick up your frames and the 6x8 paper and just play with it. You have so much to choose from.
And you can start layering so many different things in it, and because it all coordinates, it's all going to go no matter how you put it together. It's all going to go together. So now the back side of this paper is this really pretty green floral. And I just really loved it. And I think that was one of the reasons why I thought this would be great to go on the cover. to have this as the second page.
Did you only use one package of frames, or did you use two?
Just one package of frames.
Just one package.
Just the one package of frames, and I used 3 of the frames out. You get 6 frames. I used 3 of the 6.
Okay, so you could make 2 mini albums.
Yeah, you really could. You can use them any way you want. I was going to add one of the other frames. I just didn't, but I may go back and do that, because the nice thing about using the book ring as the binding is that you can add pages to it.
So if you found another picture of your mom,
I can add another page.
You could add another page.
Absolutely.
Jane says, such a beautiful album made with love.
Yep. I lost my mom last September, so it was it was kind of nice to do it, to just think about the times we had together and stuff like that. So I enjoyed doing that. Okay, so the inside of the cover, we go here. I made this into a pocket page, and so what I did here is I cut a piece of the green from the Green Basics paper.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question.
Sure.
So when you started out, you had the 6x8 paper pad and the frame sheets, or the frames, and the sticker sheet.
The sticker sheet.
Is there anything else besides
then
those
I used the bits and pieces ephemera.
The bits and pieces ephemera.
And then,
which is this.
Yep. And then I used the chipboard clusters.
Okay, so I'm just going to lay out here.
Yep.
So you have the, all right. So she started out with the 6x8 paper pad, the frames, bits and pieces, chipboard clusters, and then the sticker sheet, right?
And then I used the journal element cut apart sheet.
Okay, and that's just a single sheet of paper.
Just a single sheet of paper. And then the tags.
Okay. All right. Does that help people out? And I'll tell you what, when you get all those little pieces together and you pull out all those little things, it's just so much fun, because you're like a kid in a candy store. Which one do I want to use now?
Well, that's, I have all of my ephemera that I used in the book right here, and there is still probably half of it left in the package, because you get so very much in here.
And little and big, different sizes. And you just keep tucking, don't you?
I do. That's exactly what I do. And like, oh, that looks cool. What happens if I add this? Or what happens if I add that?
And it's sometimes really you take it back off.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So on this one, I decided I was going to create a pocket because I wanted to be able to tuck some things in. So I used the darker green basics, and I cut that to what size? 5.5 by 3 1/4.
So you used some of the solids then?
Yep, okay. I did. So 5.5, 3 1/4. And then I put score tape on 3 sides, because I needed the top to stay open so I could tuck things in. So score tape. Anytime I make a pocket, I use score tape to stick it down on the page, because I want that little stronger bond
now,
when I'm tucking
Peggy,
things in.
Are you just gluing 2 sheets of paper together, or is there a piece of chipboard in there?
No, it's just the frame.
Okay, so it's the
one sheet of paper. It's just the one sheet of paper.
Okay.
And the chipboard frame that gives it, the strength. So then the pocket, and then I just cut 1/4-inch strips from this red pattern paper that is in the 6x6, which you'll see a lot of.
And sometimes you just have those strips that you
do. They're
have
just
them
kind of
leftover
strips, yeah.
And sometimes if they're laying there, they just end up on your project, don't they?
So there it is.
Yes.
So there it is, and I just really like that one. And so just cut 1/4-inch strips, because I always think it needs a little bit of a border on it, just to kind of set it off a little bit. And then I took one of the chipboard cluster pieces with the bicycle and the strawberry, and I used score tape on this because it's a little bit heavier.
And that is these.
Out of this.
And you know what? If you're not sure how to layer things and put things together, these chipboard clusters,
they're a great starting point.
Yeah, and they help you learn how to tuck things in and layer things. So they kind of do it for you. Now, Peggy, you're going to have directions for this?
Right there.
Are they going to be for sale?
I don't know. We haven't talked about that yet.
Okay.
I could make them for sale.
Well,
if
you know what?
there's enough, if people want it. So
it looks like she has some instructions, so we'll have to find out, and if she does, we can post that too and let you know that they'll be available.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the pocket, the little border, score tape to hold the cluster down, and then I just went to my tag sheet, and I cut out a tag, and there's no right or wrong to use, whatever tag you want, whatever one you like, just use that. You can use the front, you can use the back, tuck it in there. This is from the Journal Elements piece, which is this one right there.
And all of those can be made into pull-outs, can't they?
And then this one is this piece right here.
Oh my gosh.
And then from the sticker sheet, there's the hello label, and then the hey sunshine words.
We've got some
from the
yes
sticker
to
sheet.
instructions.
Well, good. We can do that. I've got them written out. So and those are just tucked in there, just like that. And like I said, when it comes to like the tags that you use on here, if you do want to put it together, use whatever tag you want. You don't have to use what I did. Just use whatever you want. It works.
Peggy, you're getting so many hearts.
Well, this was a labor of love. So
Chris says, I'm sold. I need to do this.
And it really is. Once you get going on it, it's not difficult to do. It's really kind of fun. And like Maggie had said, a lot of times you'll see I'll use 1/4-inch strips of the papers and things. And that's only because I have it left over from cutting, something else.
And they just happen to be laying there.
Right. And it's like, oh, let me try that one and it'll work. So this is the next one. It's the red stripe paper that is the base. And let me turn this one over real quick because you'll see that I just used, this is one of the pages from the 6x8 pad. It's already decorated up for you. So I just used the back side of it on this page. Again, I really like the red. Red is one of my favorite colors. You see that in a lot of the things I do. I just took a strip from the 6x8 piece here, laid that down, and then this piece right here is actually
I agree, Kim.
It's the barcode strip.
Don't throw away those barcode strips.
It's the barcode strip. And it's the full length of this one. So, and I thought, well, I've got to use it somewhere because it's just too cute and it goes with it. So I just kind of layered that over about 1/4 inch and centered that top to bottom there. And then I cut a photo mat here. And my photo mat is, let me see. I know they're not 4x6, they're below that. My photo mat on this one is, I guess it is 4x6. So 4x6 photo mat.
I have a question, Peggy. Again, I'm intrigued by the chipboard clusters because I just love the idea of them doing it for you. But is that a chipboard cluster, or is that?
That's one that I did myself.
All with ephemera. Okay.
It's all with ephemera. And actually, the idea for this came from a piece that is in the page pieces. And I didn't really want the whole thing that the page pieces had, so I thought, well, I'll just create my own by just kind of scrap lifting, what that was. So this is a strip of, there's a little green pattern paper, little floral paper that I used as the base. And then there's in the in the paper pad, there is the paper that has just rulers.
That's one of my favorite pages.
Let's see.
Are the rulers.
Yeah, let me see here. I should have probably put these in order, and I didn't think about that last night. I don't have the ruler one, but anyhow,
Are they on the back of? They're on the. It's on the back of one of these sheets.
I probably didn't bring it over.
Okay,
but it's just strips of rulers.
Strips of rulers that you can use for everything.
Yeah, and it's wonderful because it is just strip after strip after strip of rulers, and so I just cut one of the ruler pieces out, and then the So Beautiful is the sticker words again. This was actually cut out of the cluster piece on the page pieces, and I just really like that. And then I took the magnolia die cut piece and kind of tucked that underneath there. And then I cut a few of those little strawberries from the IO and tucked those in there too. And then I used the foam adhesive underneath the ruler to bring it up just a little bit. And then my green piece right here, I only have adhesive on the edges because I wanted to be able to tuck this in and out. I wanted it to go underneath there. And then I used the journal element right here and tuck that right there. And actually, you know, this photo can go underneath it too, so you can write about it if you want to, or leave it out. You can write under there as well.
Let's look at that photo.
This is my mom and her brother and I think a cousin there.
Oh,
so
wow.
She was the youngest of 8. She was kind of the add-on child. And then
everybody has one of those, don't they?
And then I tucked this piece here underneath there too, and then I can journal on that as well. And then I used the other little magnolia pieces.
Peggy, you're just getting so many comments.
The little magnolia piece there on top of the journal element, and then tuck this one underneath the journal element, and then put a little strawberry in there too. And when I cut the strawberries, the tops of the strawberries, I used both the dark green and the light green basics papers.
Oh,
just for a little bit of difference
for these.
For the top. Yep.
Okay, so she's talking about these. So she's using different colors for the little
for the top.
Yeah.
I use the red basics for the strawberry, but then I use the 2 different shades of green.
So when you're saying the red basics, that's the red solid.
Yep.
And you know, Peggy, I was thinking those would make pretty strawberries too. What we made yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I really like the tone and the pattern that's in it.
Yeah,
because it gives just a little bit there. So there's that page. And again, when I did this, nearly every element that's in it, I have inked the edges on, and I have kind of a soft almond color ink that I use at home that I really like, that I used. But you know, any of the distress browns, whatever you have that you like,
I could see a pumice stone also.
Yes, yeah, I think I brought that over here, pumice stone.
Oh, there we are. Yes,
but whatever one you like, go ahead and use.
Pumice stone would be light. Your walnut stain would be a little darker.
And use whatever you want with that, and you know, however you usually ink things. Just, you know, go crazy with your ink. It's kind of fun. And then the next page would be just enjoy the sunshine, and that is, you know, from the 6x8. That's the whole page. I just added a couple of the little die cut strawberries to it.
And
you can add whatever you want.
Back of the other paper that you used on the other side?
It's just the single sheet, and that's what I used on all of them. Each page is just the single sheet. So there's that one. Oopsie. It goes that way. And then we go to our next chipboard frame. So the chipboard frame we used here is this one right there.
So that's what's nice about all the frames are not the same size.
Nope.
So
nope, they're a different size, and that was kind of another little design element for the book, is to not make the pages all the same.
So this is before.
Yep.
This is after.
And this is after. And so I think that was a little cutout one. The book has like 3x4 cut-aparts in it as well.
Marcia says this is a must project because her mom passed away in November of 2021, and they used to pick strawberries together.
Oh, absolutely.
Great memories.
Absolutely, yes. Yes, how perfect would that be? So I used this cut apart and kind of figured out how to lay it on there, because it fits so nicely there. And then I just glued it to the back of the frame.
So she just moves it around until she likes it.
Until I figure out where I want it, and then glue it onto the back of the frame that way. And then, so that then you have this side of the page, and then back side, to cover everything up, I use the wood grain paper. And just like the front, you lay it on, you kind of draw a line around it with a pencil and kind of trim that out a little bit. Cut a little outside your pencil line so you make sure that you get good coverage. And then you just go ahead and you use your,
so that would be
glue
two sheets
and put it on there.
Glued
yes.
back to back
this
on
is
that
two
one.
Two sheets on this one. So the cut apart and then the wood grain. And as you can see, the wood grain started out like this, but my inking did that. So it is the same paper, just added ink on that one. And then, the photo mat here, I think is 3.5 by 4.5 maybe.
But you could,
but you can use any size that you want to fit
your photo.
Mm-hmm. And again, as Maggie and I talked a little earlier, sometimes you just add color by using like little strips that you have left over. And that's what I did to the top of this. I just added this little medallion, yellow-blue medallion pattern up here. It's just a 1/4-inch strip cut, just
wouldn't
outside.
even have thought about that, but just how
it just adds just a
layers.
little bit because I knew I wanted to use the yellow ginghamed mason jar from the sticker sheet here. And so that just brings in a little more yellow into the page. Tucked in little IO strawberry here. Baker's twine that I tied around the top of the jar on there. I used the sweet from the ephemera pack, and I did put dimensional adhesive behind that. And then I used, this label is actually from the page pieces, but you could use like the strawberry label to put under there as well, because you're going to use the sticker A Happy Day, and it would cover the word strawberry, or you can just use strawberry on there. Whatever
just
works.
So many ways to do this.
To tuck things in.
You could have 6 people given the same, all the same stuff, and theirs would look completely different.
Yep. So, and that's how quick and easy that page is.
Peggy, layering is so much fun, isn't it?
It really is. Once you get going with the layering, and I mean, I can't do anything without layering anymore because I really love the look. And once you get going with it, the better you get at it and the more fun you have with it. So don't be afraid to layer, especially if you have a collection pack like this, because the pieces that you use to layer all coordinate. And I think the big thing that I have to remember when I do it is that it matters to get a really nice looking grouping. You want to use various sizes of the pieces, so that small, medium, large is what I always keep in mind, and then you want to vary your textures and your heights. So use your dimensional adhesive. Use the bigger elements, add some small elements, use some finer details with it. When I was putting this together, I didn't have any enamel dots, but I think the enamel dots would look really pretty with on a lot of the pages. So that's something that can be added to it as well. So, but yeah, I mean, just tuck, move. You don't have to. Just because you put it down once doesn't mean it has to stay. You can move things around until you find what you like.
Okay, so Peggy, when we get done, I'm going to have you just flip through each page again so they can kind of just see it from start to finish.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right, what's next?
All right, next page is we're going to use the paper that has, there's a mason jar, a yellow mason jar on the front of a piece of paper that we're going to use on this one. And the back side is this yellow floral, which is just so pretty. And I maybe used all of it. I don't know. But anyhow, it's the one you find the yellow mason jar back here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we'll start here. And this page I did cut down. I cut a 1/2 inch off of the top and off the side on this one. So this one, instead of 6 by 8, it's 5.5 by 7.5.
Okay.
On this page. And I did that just because, the frames are different sizes, so I wanted the pages to be different sizes too. No other reason than that, just because I wanted to try it. And so then, of course, ink the page. Then I used my corner rounder and rounded the bottom two corners of the page. Again, just because I wanted to do something different than a square edge. So I just rounded that. And then I created another pocket. I used the yellow basics paper here to cut the pocket. And let me see.
And again, you use score tape, right? And
I used 1/8 inch score tape on the pockets.
Okay, do we have some of that here?
Yes, right over there.
Oh, okay. So by score tape, she's using the 1/8 inch, which is the skinniest that you can buy it.
Yep.
It's a very, very strong tape. It's pretty unforgiving, but that's what you want when you're making a pocket.
Yes.
Because it holds
it tight.
so that you can tuck things in.
Yes, so when you pull things in and out, it's not going to come apart.
And a package of 1/8 inch score tape is $4.79.
And that lasts a long time.
Yes.
It lasts a long time. And I'll put the score tape along the sides and along the bottom. And again, on the pocket, I rounded the corners on it just to kind of go with this. And I know this collection also has a stencil that's kind of a basket weave that I thought would be really cool on here too. I didn't use it, but I think that would be really a lot of fun.
Yes.
On
you
that.
could either ink through it or put a little texture paste through it. And I can see that you added another little 1/4 inch strip just across the top.
And this is just, a scrap piece that I had that I liked. This pocket is 5 by 3, and then the corners are rounded on it. And then you put about, 3/4 of an inch up, 1/4 inch over, center it down there, and put it in there. And then this piece here is actually from the ephemera pack. It says, "Love you."
I think I used that on my project the other day.
And it matches "Love You, a bushel and a peck." That's what it came from. So just use your dimensional adhesive to put that up there on the bottom of your pocket, and then just take different elements that you like. I used the postcard from the journal elements, and then I used the strawberry tag with the bicycle on it from the tag paper right there. And then I used just where to go? Just this little
ephemera
just this little piece right here, right there. And then you just kind of layer those. I kind of put those together before I put them in, and then put them right in there. You can put, another tag in there. You can put any, ephemera. Heck, you could put like one of these little butterflies, on there too. That would be really cute.
You could even journal here about the photo.
I mean, it gives you so many options to do that. And then I had thought I wanted to do a flip on here, so that is what I did. I used the green gingham paper from the 6 by 8, and I just cut it in half horizontally. So it is 6 by 4. So 6 by 4, and I use both of the 6 by 4 pieces. So my flap right here, the front of the flap is 6 by 4. This right here is 5 3/4 by 4. I cut a 1/4 inch off because I made the flap here. I use you can kind of see it.
Okay.
Okay. So I used the 1/4 inch score tape on it, and I put I scored the front piece at 1/4 inch and folded that down. And then I put score tape on the green gingham side of it, right along the top edge of it, right under there. And then I lined it up, centered it, lined it up, and put it down, and that created my fold.
Nice.
That flip. And then I used the 5 3/4 by 4 with the rounded corners again, and I just, adhered it to the front so that the front and the back are the same. So this is
has
2
an
pieces
idea,
of paper.
Peggy. If you have a recipe from your mom using strawberries.
How fun would that be? That's a great place
Yes,
for it. Yes,
perfect spot for it.
I mean, this
Might
has
have to go
so many
looking.
things, yes. Now, if this had apples, I would probably use my grandmother's apple bread recipe because that was a family favorite. So then, again, the green basics, just a little scrap here that I used to come across, and that is probably 3.5 inches. This is 4 1/4 by about 1/2 inch and just kind of layered those two strips together. The 10-cent stamp came from the ephemera pack, and I just used a little bit of, pop dot there. This is a 3x4 cut apart from the 6x8 pad, and then I just bordered 2 sides of it with the red.
So that was a cut apart. That's just was on
That's
there.
a cut apart from the 6x8 pad. Yep, kind of like the bushel in the pack, like where this one came from.
Exactly.
Same thing. So it's from the 6x8, and it really came together very quickly. And again, you can tuck another tag in here. You can maybe use like a longer journal element. You can tuck a picture in there, like you said, journal here, or add a longer picture of recipe here, a picture. Any of that stuff would work. So that is how that page came together. And then we'll turn it over and we'll do this one. This one we started, this is the yellow mason jar paper from the 6x8 pad. And so that was the base on that one. I used, this is a 3.5 by 3.5 square photo mat that I used here that you can't see, but I started before I had the pictures, so that's why it's there.
But I like the fact that you can lift it up, and there you could maybe put a little journaling
down there.
Under there. Yes. And this is your mom?
This is my mom and one of her good friends. This is her good friend whose nickname was Wimp. She lives out in Minnesota. but yeah,
Hi,
this
Wimp.
is my mom. Wilma is her real name. So yeah, that photo went on there really well. I used just the tickets from the ephemera pack and kind of layered those on there. Used a little bit of dimensional adhesive to bring that yellow up a little bit higher. First I put the photo mat down, then I put these down. Then I used the word sunshine from the ephemera pack.
Look at all the stuff from the ephemera
the ephemera
pack.
pack. There's so much. With dimensional adhesive, I put that on there. And then with the butterfly, I kind of fold the butterfly a little bit. I take a pencil actually and kind of roll it to get it to come up, to get the wings to come up a little bit. And then I'll take score tape and put like that the 1/8 inch score tape right here. And that's what sticks it down onto the page. And I kind of tucked it under there and put it down. That way the wings can still move on it a little bit, but it's still down nice and tight.
Doesn't look so flat.
Right. Give that a little bit of dimension there. The red heart came from the sticker sheet. There's a few of those on there which are just so handy to have. This right here is one of the journal elements right there. So again, this is a piece that has layering on it already, and you don't have to do anything.
But it teaches you a little bit about layering just by seeing how they do it. I think.
Exactly. And so you did that, and then I just used one of the little yellow flowers from the sticker sheet and pop that.
There's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. You get lots of them.
And the little heart. That's where you got that little red heart. Okay.
Yep. You know, the little bees, if you want to use those. I mean, there's so many pieces.
That just doesn't even look like a sticker.
And you kind of frame the S on there with the leaf. And then this again is just, a little strip off of, I don't know, I found it somewhere in my scraps. But, whatever you want to use there will work. And so that all came together. Once you get rolling on it, the pages really come together really quick because, again, everything coordinates and you just can't go wrong with what pieces you put on.
Here's a little thought right here. If you took a little ticket and folded it in half and made a little tab, then that would make people want to lift it up and see what's under.
Idea. That's a great idea.
And you could use any little piece from...
And you can use a little gem to put in the middle of the flower. You can put a little, some of the enamel dots or even little gems up here too.
Or little Nouveau drops.
Yeah. I mean, any of that stuff would work.
Just
so many ideas to add those fine little details to
yes.
it. So there's that one. Okay. Then this one, we're almost getting to the end here. This one starts with this paper. Nope, wrong paper.
I was going to say,
sorry.
Let's
see if I have this one. This paper right here.
Okay.
Is where we're starting. So that starts with this one. And what I did with this is just the green pattern paper here. I just cut a band. It is I used the 6x8, so I didn't cut this page down. So this is 8 by I think 2.5 maybe.
And is that from the 6x8 paper
it's
pad
all
also?
from the 6x8 paper pad. Yep.
Okay.
Let's see. There's my band. But you just cut that. What is it? Yeah, 2.5 inches wide, and then the green basics paper, the dark green basics.
Remember, those are all the solids that come
the solid
with this
pad.
line.
And with that, then it's you just mat that on there, and you put those together. You adhese those together, and then because I made this into a band that lifts up, so things can get tucked under there. Score tape along the bottom and the top.
Kind of like a belly band
down.
almost.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
And then I took another cluster piece, the chipboard cluster piece. So this is that chipboard cluster piece right there. Wrap the baker twine around it and tied it. I'm not great with tying, so my tie, don't look close, it's not good. But then I just use score tape and put that down right on the band. But you want to make sure your score tape doesn't go beyond where the band is at. So when you lay it down, you might want to put a pencil line on it so you know exactly where your score tape needs to go, because you want to be able to tuck things in. So then I used the little strawberry piece from the ephemera pack right there. And I did stick that down with adhesive. My little photo mat, again, make that whatever size you want. I think mine is 3.5 by 4.5. I think, yeah, 3.5 by 4.5. And you can put that in there, put a photo on there if you want, or just, whatever you want to use. And then this is from the journal elements, and it's this piece right here. And I just trimmed the red off of it because it was just too big and I didn't want the red on red. So I just put that on there. The sticker, I pick you words, go there. The ephemera piece, so sweet, right there. And again, stick that off the edge. I think sometimes when you can vary those edges a little bit, that just gives you a little bit of more visual interest. And then the IO strawberry again, tucked in right on there.
And by adding in a few solids, even though there's a little bit of texture to that, a quilting person once told me that you do need, when you're buying your fabrics, you need a place for your eye to rest.
Yes.
And so by putting this solid piece of red in there, it gives you your eyes a place to rest rather than so much busyness. So don't be afraid to use solids.
There's so much pattern
in
here, in everything. There's so much pattern. You do need that solid to kind of quiet things down a little bit. So yeah, everything is tucked underneath that band and stayed in there. And then the back side of it, again, how easy is it? I think Simple Stories does a great job of giving you these pages in the 6x8 pad that you can frame them, or they're great for mini books. So that's how simple this one was. I didn't add anything to this, I just inked the edges. So then we have this page here. And again, this is the full 6x8 with the yellow medallion, blue medallion on there. And what I did with this one, I cut my photo mat on here, and let me see here. The photo mat is cut 4.25 by 4.25 on here. And then I took that ruler paper again and cut out a ruler and just laid that on there, just to border that.
One sheet of that ruler paper will take you a long ways.
The whole way, yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
you don't
even have to use half
over.
of it. You don't even have to use half of it. Now, again, when I put my photo mat down on the paper, I only put adhesive on the 3 sides because I wanted to tuck things underneath it. So my tickets and my tag and things like that, I wanted to tuck underneath it. So I only used adhesive on the 2 sides and the bottom, not on the top. Then I took, again, the word strip, the phrase, "Today is the best day."
Thank you.
Put dimensional adhesive underneath it, put that up there, added another one of those red hearts because I loved it. Oh, let me back up on that one, I'm sorry. To start the page, I used the red and white stripe that we used earlier. It'd be this, the paper that has the stripe on it.
Yes,
I use that. And I cut that to, I think it's 2.5 by 7 is what I used. And just laid that, centered that top to bottom, side to side. Just because I thought it would give a little visual interest. And then I put my photo mat down. Then we go to the strip here with the heart on there. Again, the ruler. And then up here, I used, actually, I used the journal element, the bike with the strawberry. And then I just angled, I actually cut it down here, and then I angled the edges.
To make it look like a tag.
To make it look like a tag and slide in it. Because I really wanted to be able to see the strawberry and the bike. And if I hadn't cut it down and I tucked it in, I'd never see it. I just have the blank spot. And I really wanted to be able to see that. And then I used the green ticket. And then the red ticket actually comes from the page pieces. They're a little bit different size. I tucked those in. And then I used the Good Life banner and put that right up here. The word happy comes from the sticker sheet. Oopsie. Comes right out of the sticker sheet right there.
And if you take those and ink those down a little bit, they do not look like stickers.
No,
when you
they
get
don't.
done,
I mean, they look just like the die.
For those of you who like the ruler pieces, this is the 12 by 12 sheet. I used the 12 by 12 sheet when I did my tags the other day. But look at how many strips there are.
It's full.
It can make a lot of projects.
Yep. So, and then put the picture down. So that one came together pretty easily too. And then the back side of it, again, I just used a little bit of a, some strip that I had left. So we're using the green gingham. This green pattern is 4 by 6 and just laid across, again with adhesive on the sides and on the bottom because I wanted to tuck tags in here. So put that, and then this is a 1/4 inch strip. This is a 1/2 inch strip that I use to border that because I just always feel like they need a border. I don't know, it's just me.
Just another little layer.
Yep. And then my photo mat is 3.5 by 4.5, and that is then just laid on top. And then I use the word strip, A Beautiful Day, to come across, and how it's laid on the strip lined up there, but then it comes above the photo mat instead of underneath the photo mat. So the photo mat goes between the strip and the striped piece and the word piece.
And is that another chipboard cluster, or is
No, this is actually from the ephemera pack too.
Okay, so you layered that.
Layered that in there.
Okay.
On there, that's just all one piece, and that's with dimensional adhesive. The red heart comes from the ephemera pack as well. And that's I use the dimensional adhesive on that too, the foam dot. And then I just picked 3 of the different tags. And again, you can use, either side of the tag. The front side, I use this one. And then I used this one and that one.
And you know how many pieces of ephemera she has shown that she used, and she still has a 1/2 package left.
Yes, absolutely. I haven't used it all, not nearly all of it. So that's that page. And then this is going to be the back cover. So there's the back, and I used a 3rd frame piece, wherever they went. I don't know where they went. But I used this one, right? It's this one.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So I used this frame. And on this one, what I did a little bit differently is before I put the backing paper on there, I took a couple of tags here. So these are the red tag here and the one with the berry top right there.
So this 12 by 12 paper gives you a lot to work with.
Yes. Oh, I think I still have half of the tags, and I used a lot of the tags in here. But then I cut those, and I kind of laid them underneath my mat to see, where I wanted them, and then I trimmed them off. Okay. And then I just used my adhesive and just glued them to the back of the frame. So they're loose here.
Wasn't her mom just cute?
That's when she was in high school. And then I used the Bloom and Grow ephemera piece and I put that on the top. But before you do that, don't do that yet. When I was writing out the directions, I did that wrong too. You put the tags on, and then you put your piece on the back. So you take your backing piece, and I'm not sure where that one is, but we'll just pretend we have it. But take your backing piece, and again, you know, figure out exactly where you want it on your frame, because you're going to see all of it. Trim it out, you know, around there. Cut it, file it, ink it, and you have it that way. And then when you stick it onto the frame, only glue the 3 sides, because you're going to want to be able to slip this photo.
Oh, great tip. Great tip.
So, because, you know, I wasn't sure what photo I wanted to use at that point. So I wanted to be able to do that, and this will go underneath the tags too when you put it in there.
I like the fact that your photos aren't glued down always, so that you can get them back out if you needed them.
Yeah, especially since I was using the original photos.
Yes.
I didn't really want to do that so much. So that just kind of tucks in there. It fits right in there. And then you put your Bloomin' Girl on there just with regular adhesive. And again, I don't mind that this is hanging down, because I have other pieces that are longer than that, so it's okay. It won't get mashed up or anything like that. And then the back of it is, I love this strawberry paper. This is just such a, I just love the big, bold graphic print on it.
It catches everybody's eye when they come in.
And then what I did with this, I think I might have used the bottom half of this tag right here, which is the grid, and just cut a little piece, I think maybe 1.5 by 2.5, and then I just put, because at first I was just going to put this homegrown label on there, and I thought it got a little lost on it, so I wanted to put something behind it, and I had this scrap, so that's what I used, and so I did that. I put the homegrown label on it, which, you know, again, the ephemera pack right there. Lovely from the sticker sheet. Again, the words, I really like the words. And then the red butterfly. And again, with the butterfly, just like that yellow one, I kind of rolled it with a pencil, inked it up, rolled it with the pencil to fold up those wings, score tape right down the middle, and stuck it on. And, you know, it still gives it a little bit of life, even though it's the back of the book. So there's the book.
So Peggy, if you want to put that book back together, some people want to see it from start to finish, but while you're doing that, the basis for her book was the chipboard frames from Simple Stories, Barry Fields, the 6x8 paper pack, the bits and pieces ephemera, the chipboard clusters, which helps you learn how to layer. And then she used the tag sheet, which is tag elements. She used the journal elements, and then the sticker sheet, which is the 12x12. And then I think that's, and then
the 6x8.
We had the 6x8, and then some. If you want to add some added little strawberries, we have the IO strawberry die, and for $5.99 you get 6 strawberries and the toppers,
and then the basic papers,
the basic solids, yes,
which are so pretty.
Okay, so if you want to we'll just.
And this is how quickly it went together. It's all together.
Someone wants to just take some pictures, so we'll just. Show the first one.
Yep. Okay.
The first
one. Page 1 is the cover.
Okay. And then flip it over.
Turn it. It's page 2.
Back of page 1.
And with the book ring, it's easy to add pages. You can rearrange your pages any way you want.
Yeah, so if you suddenly found another photo, you could add another page.
And then the next page is the chipboard frame again, used backwards. So the front of it is, you know, the back side of a page. And this, and that flips up. Turn it. And this with the band. And just the sheet. I really like that they have these in here because I think they're a nice addition to the mini books, you know, the mini albums, and you don't have to do anything. You can add something to it if you want, like if you want to add, you know, a couple of the little die-cut strawberries or, you know, some little yellow flowers. You don't have to add anything, but you can if you want. Just one.
Lots of hearts, Peggy.
It really was a labor of love.
Yes, it is.
And, you know, even with all the layering that's done on it, again, everything coordinates. So you can use whatever pieces you want, whatever pieces you like will work.
Okay, and that is
And here, you know, you can even add your name down here, you know, or a date that you made it.
Which would be nice.
You know, that sort of thing. So, yeah.
Okay, Peggy, that is amazing. I'm so glad I got to video it because I learned a lot watching it.
Well, thank you.
And I hope everybody enjoyed today.
I do too.
And don't forget, when you place an order today, your name will go in the drawing for tomorrow.
Yes.
And our $1 off of our 49 Market rub-ons today. And hope you have a very nice day.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Peggy.
Yep, you're very welcome.